Joseph, what going on? You know, look yourself these days, you know.
I don't have to look myself in the man. It's just that, you know what, though?
You know,
I know that, yeah.
Tell me.
Well, but, here we go, here's that junior. If,
Oh, I see.
Let me tell you, man. Our auntie and our uncle, them have one baby. So she got a big and support them. So, I don't have, you know, but, yeah, let me start.
Oh, I understand. But you don't have to worry, man. Everything seems to be alright from what I can see.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Right.
You miss her, you? Why you always come with that, you know, Thomas? Yes, no, miss her. So what?
You know they upset me, I go find a man.
Upset me, they have go find her, but let me tell you what. You sit out on Sunday with us, play. Can any good thing come out of that already? Because that's where we come from. So, me and Mary are get married. So we want to make sure, say, whatever we plan, whatever we are do, look good. What look good for we, look good for Nazareth.
Yeah man, we know everything will go alright still, you know, so you don't have to be afraid so much, you know. Yeah,
So they said too.
I'm different.
So they said too.
Alright, here.
Alright. Anyway, we have something to play for you. Just listen to this song.
What's something for them?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I am a man, yes.
No.
Strong man.
Yes,
Yes, man. There, man. Yes, man. You man. Strong man. Integrity, man.
Integrity man. I am a man.
Alright. I'll go to you. I said this, actually.
Big man, Hispanic man, is one man.
Yeah. Alright, you are. Yeah, man, you are. I'm going to lock up now, no?
Yeah.
I'm going to see you around the place.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
Alright, anything up? Yeah, lock up. Yeah.
Later on, after some time, on a typical evening after work, when Joseph came home to greet his father, who was on his favorite bench chilling, Joseph approaches his father, who is chilling in the backyard of the family home, and he strikes up a conversation about the upcoming wedding plans.
Good evening, Papa. How are you? How are you? I'm the your son, man. How are you doing? How you just sit down by yourself so like this?
Son, I was praying. I just sit down and I talk to God. How you doing?
Make me good when you know them boy that the shots to go home and things talk. Make good enough.
What am I talking to you about? The marriage?
Mary, yeah, Mary.
You know something that to come. Your mother, like one steamed fish today, see? And so it's on corned beef dumpling. I'm in the kitchen for you.
Yes.
But guess what? No worry yourself about the wedding. You have my support. You have your mother's support. Mary's mother and father. Both families are supporting you both. And we pray that God will give you the strength and the courage because you are a strong man of integrity.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes.
Thanks for the support.
And we are here to support you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Some people go eat, they steam.
Yes, but you got to this thing
And
fish.
they can't make them.
Thanks.
Make sure your father's teeth okay with the dumpling.
Joseph retreats to bed, but could not sleep. He's tossing and turning and contemplating ending the relationship because he did not want to take up his jacket that did not belong to him. But later that night,
I want this land. Why me?
Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid. Take Mary as your wife into your home. It is through the Holy Spirit that this child has been conceived in her. She will bear a son, and you are to name him Jesus, because he will save his people from their sin.
though informed of the supernatural origin of Mary's pregnancy, Joseph had to exercise a great deal of faith and courage to stay with her. He would have to endure the ridicule and gossip of neighbors, family, and friends who rejected this story for the rest of his life.
Because
Wonderful, He's a counselor, He's a mighty God, He's a everlasting, He's a Father, He's a Prince of Peace, Jesus, 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 wonderful, Jesus, Jesus, mighty God,
because Jesus,
Jesus, mighty God, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
Messiah.
by the side. Oh, Mary, you are my pride. Virtuous woman, seen in my eye. Oh, Mary, oh, Mary, I know that everything is gonna be fine. All the doubts I had before, they're gone. The angel of God appeared to me, and I am confident. The child you're carrying, you are so blessed to be.
Over the next few days, Joseph took Mary, and together they prepared to journey to Bethlehem, as was the custom. Joseph leads Mary to Bethlehem on a donkey. This was a common way of travel by many in those days. Mary's trip to Bethlehem was necessary to satisfy an imperial command that all individuals return to their ancestral times, that all the world should be taxed. Since Mary was pregnant with Jesus at the time of the command, Joseph, being a responsible, law-abiding citizen, went to Bethlehem to register the baby after he was born.
Excuse me, sir. We're looking for somewhere to stay, as you see my wife is with child. So do you have a place for us to stay? Thank you, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. My wife and I, we're looking for somewhere to stay. Do you have somewhere where we could stay, please? Excuse me, sir. As you see, my wife is having a child and we're looking somewhere to stay. Do you have somewhere for us to stay, please? Hello, sir. We are looking for somewhere to stay, my wife and I. You can see she is with child. Please, sir, we are desperate for somewhere.
Sorry, we haven't got the booking ready.
Hello, sir.
How can I help you?
Sir, as you can see, we're coming from far. And you can see my wife, she's having a child. And we must find somewhere to stay. All the Airbnbs are filled and we can't get anywhere to stay. Please, sir, could you help us?
Wow, everywhere is full. Full, full, full. I can't hardly think of anywhere.
Please, sir, anywhere you find, we will take it.
Wow. By the way, I think we might have an outhouse where we keep the animals. Sort of, not so good for you, but let me just check and see.
Sir, anywhere you have,
can
we will
work.
take it. We will take it, sir.
Let me go and check and come back.
Yes, sir.
Well, I found a place, and what happened, some of the animals were taken out. So I've created a space for you.
Sir, we'll take it. You don't have to go any further, sir. We'll take it. We will take it.
Okay, come with me.
For the king of kings to be born.
Immediately after the birth of Jesus, God sent angels into the nearby fields to tell the good news to the shepherds. After this glorious angelic encounter, the shepherds went and spread the news to many. 8 days after Jesus' birth, Joseph took the baby to be circumcised and named him Jesus. About 40 days after, Joseph and his wife Mary took Jesus to Jerusalem for the purification rites required by the law of Moses to present him to Yahweh. The family then returned to Nazareth in Galilee, and Jesus grew wisdom and knowledge. Around the age of 2, some wise men came to visit, bringing gifts. Herod heard about this and was plotting to kill him. But again, the angels forewarned Joseph, who took his family to Egypt and stayed there until Herod's death. At about the age of 12, Joseph took his family to another feast of the Passover. It was then that Jesus stayed behind when it was over, and they had to return to get him because he was not with the company of family and friends. Our story picks up with Joseph and Mary confronting Jesus about disappearance.
Jesus, where you there? Excuse me, is this in the song? Look like your mother. Jesus, excuse me, you see the son, Jesus? Jesus, where you there? Excuse me, you see the son, Jesus? Him slim, down here, and look like him mother. No? Jesus, where you there? You mean you working? Why your mother face you? I was worried.
Well, I was working in my father's house. I must be about my father's business.
Oh. Sing your mama.
I must be about my father's business, must be about his will, to seek and to save all men who are lost
The invitation to accept Christ involves making room for Him in our lives through the Holy Spirit. By accepting Christ, we open ourselves to His presence and influence, allowing the Holy Spirit to dwell in us. This invitation calls us to surrender our ways and beliefs so that Christ can transform us from within. It's an invitation to a personal relationship that embraces the power and guidance of the Holy Spirit, thus allowing Him to lead us on a new path of faith, love, and purpose, and ultimately to spend eternity with Him. Amen.